What's up, guys? Welcome back. Happy Friday. I hope you're enjoying the bings and the bongs. Bitcoin trading sideways after hitting a new high. Altcoins stealing the show today as we're seeing some really spicy moves here on alts. I've got VeChain. I have XRP starting to rumble. Stacks blowing past the charts. We have SEI, Kaspa, MATIC. We have so many going on, guys. It's going to be a good day. Today is Friday. It is F-Boy Friday. Shout out, actually, let's start it this way. For one of my favorite people in the crypto space, one of the few good actors out there, shout out to Miss Randy Hipper, or Miss Teen Crypto, on her 21st birthday. Her stream had me like straight up in tears earlier. The good kind, the good vibes. So let's jump into the charts, guys. Great to be here. Smash the like, subscribe, you know what to do. Yeah, it's going to be a chill stream today. Chill stream. Looking at the biggest gainers, VeChain topping the charts here. We had some very spicy analysis on VeChain on Wednesday. We're going to take a look at that again. BitGet token, I don't really like looking at exchange tokens. They're just, I don't know, man. Their prices, when you own something and you trade it on your own platform, the chart like is whatever you want it to be. Whatever. Anyway, stacks up big after testing $2.75. You better believe we're gonna be taking a look at that. Beam we looked at on Wednesday. We'll pull that up at some point. SEI hitting $1, baby. Let's go. This is the big kind of weird one to me. Maybe not weird, but TAO or Bittensor continuing to smash highs. Off the top of my head here, I haven't looked at the chart this morning. It's measured move target from its swing high to swing low, its previous all-time high. Its measured move, its 2 extension, was sitting at like 680 or 660, something like that. And it does look like that broke. So TAO putting on kind of very impressive gains here. That chart in just a minute. Immutable X, HNT. We've got some other big ones. Render was up a good amount earlier. I think it's holding on to those gains. So let's jump into the charts. But first, let's take a peek at some of our favorite stuff here. Looking at, oh, look at that candle, man. You're talking about the God candle. There it is. ETF inflows, outflows. We're just going to keep updating on these until they're no longer relevant. On the pump on Wednesday. Pump on Wednesday? Yeah. ETF saw insane inflows. Holy crap. You can see this candle here, the 15th of February, in one day alone. Assets under management by the 9 ETFs up. I can hardly even believe it. $5 billion in a day? Holy shit. A question that is real and on my mind, and I'm sure other people are wondering it too. The kind of mechanic of an ETF does imply they're going to have a steady inflow of capital, and that is what we've seen for sure so far, but we're only about a month in, and that's not a good sample size. Let me make sure my audio is good. Oh, it's good. It's not a good sample size. Is this going to continue? I think it is reasonable to believe that, yes, we will see inflows maybe indefinitely, but not at the same pace, obviously. At this pace, I don't know, Bitcoin's taking over the world by the end of the year. I mean, I like that idea, but I think it's unrealistic in the sense of $5 billion a day every day, or even kind of increasing inflows every day. I don't think that's realistic. But holy shit, $5 billion in a day is wild. We're going to keep a close eye on this and just keep tabs on the momentum. Are buyers still coming in? Are they coming in more than they were? And, pat myself on the back here. We said something about, these ETFs, none of them are trading back at their highs of when they opened, despite Bitcoin's price being higher. That's a little weird. That is a little weird. And we said, well, we're getting these inflows, but what would really trigger inflows? Just like us, just like Mr. New Crypto Guy. Shout out to you if you're here today, Mr. New Crypto Guy. We were all there. Just like that. ETFs are going to FOMO and FUD. They're going to buy when price goes up. They're going to sell when price goes down. In fact, if we look at GBTC, which is the most important, in my opinion, of the ETFs right now, I believe on January 24th, when we saw 24K outflows, I think that was the low. That was the low after the ETF. So these are tracking really well, or really closely with kind of just how everyone else would invest, which I guess is more surprising than it should be. Opening this up here, one thing I don't love, but I will say is okay because of the inflows match this, is GBTC a little bit more. We're seeing a little bit more momentum maybe picking up on the outflows. We had been pretty steady at about 1.5 thousand Bitcoin a day outflows from GBTC, and that picked up again. We're down 2.5 thousand on February 14th. Should be interesting what it says, because it was the 15th that had the big one, right? Yeah, 15th. So that hasn't been updated, but here we go. We see the AM spike on the 15th. I'm waiting for that data. That should be very spicy. Funding rates are mostly bearish, not a very heavy bearish, but slightly above neutral, meaning shorts are opening at a faster pace than longs. Looking at our big fundings, LPT, actually got an alert about this. LPT, almost negative 1% funding. And I don't even want to say that's bullish funding, because that's wildly irrational funding. Down here, highest negative funding sitting at TAO, one of the charts we're going to be pulling up here today. Interesting. That would suggest that a short squeeze is not on the table for TAO. If anything, maybe a long squeeze is headed this way, but we'll see what the charts tell us. Liquidation map here, obviously sitting below us at about 51.1, 51.2. We have a nice brick, a few hundred milli of liquidations, and that goes right back to February 14th's low, only maybe 24 plus hours ago. The market may look to sweep that, but sitting above us, we also have a pretty dense cluster of short licks. That's 52.9. Basically, hit the top, you're looking for a short squeeze, hit the bottom, looking for a long squeeze. Either way, I don't think that these are going to be very impactful on the market. Something I wanted to talk about, but I did not do enough research into yet to really share. I'm just going to share the concept with you. Gold ETFs, ever since Bitcoin ETFs began, have started to see some very unusual flows. This rotation of capital is becoming like the, biggest topic in crypto and markets right now. Gold ETFs seeing their inflows slow down and Bitcoin's pick up. To Peter Schiff's dismay, is gold no longer the store of value? Is Bitcoin taking its place? I think everybody here knows the answer to that. I'll let you guys ponder on that yourselves. Okay, let's pull up the Bitcoin chart, some real quick analysis, and then we'll jump into these alts that are making the real moves right now. Bitcoin making a new 2024 high, a multi-year high yesterday. Today, sitting below, but yesterday touching 52.9. I told you guys I was building a short hedge, and I did, and I am still in it. And I will tell you, I've never felt so uncomfortable in a hedge. Hedges in general are uncomfortable. You're betting against your portfolio or your position, but man, this one feels, I don't know. I held a short. We shorted back here in 2021, watched it go to a new all-time high, and I'll tell you, I was more comfortable with that for some reason than I am right now in this hedge. Very weird. Very strange. I don't know, man. The vibes, this energy of this market is just something I haven't seen really before. Beautiful weekly coming in, looking to close in 2 days and 7 hours on Sunday, obviously. And something interesting, I think. So we are still pre-halving, though those days are quickly melting away. We are pre-halving. And to my knowledge, Bitcoin has never closed a weekly candle above the 618 retracement pre-halving. Let me get rid of this quick. I love these. I mean, I freaking just love the organization that is possible with this object tree. It's still blowing my mind. All right, we'll leave that there. We'll just look back to the most recent one. Weekly candle. Maybe it's on regular. Yeah, on regular. That's what it is. On the regular chart, Bitcoin has never closed a weekly candle pre-halving above the 618. So that would have been a weekly close back in 2019 above 13.4. Here on the regular chart, which we don't really use, but this is just interesting. Right there, baby. 48.5. Right here. Last week came very, very close, closing right underneath it. And now this week, in 2 days and 7 hours, closing above 48.6 or 48.5 will be the first time ever. I don't really have much to read into that. It's just maybe another piece of evidence that things are a little different right now. They're flowing a little bit different. I think most importantly, the sentiment is what is catching my eye, man. Bitcoin has rocketed. Bitcoin is at 52,000. This is the point that I thought retail was going to jump back in. That retail was going to say, oh my God, I missed the boat. 50,000. It's a very easy, digestible number. It's something we can all understand. It's very hype-ish, right? Bitcoin's total market cap at about 1 trillion when Bitcoin hits 50,000. This is like the perfect storm for news outlets to go nuts, but we're not seeing it. I was wrong. Let's start it out that way. I was wrong. I thought this is where we would be seeing like peak FOMO again. We're not seeing it. I haven't looked at the numbers on the stream right now, but the numbers in the last few, well, really since like the ETF have been down. If we look at, ooh, this is good. We're going to do this. I didn't even plan this. If we look at Google Trends, one of my favorite things to do, I even have it bookmarked here. Yeah, crap, not that one. This one? There it is. If you look at Google Trends and look at Bitcoin, we're going to see something real weird here. If we put it on 5 years, there we go. Really? Maybe that's because it says a cryptocurrency. Let's do it as a search term. There it is. If you look at the last 5 years in Bitcoin on web search, and if we go even all the way, all time, this is what it looks like. This is what the active people looking for Bitcoin on Google in quantity. This is it. Google's very good at this data. You can see that we had some big peaks 2017. This is actually not what I quite thought it would be. And then big peaks again in 21. And those make total sense. Prices at all-time high. Euphoria was high. This 5-year chart's better. These make sense. These line up with what I would expect. And if we zoom in, we see that in September of 23, Bitcoin hit multi-year lows, maybe the lowest point, very similarly actually to right before the previous bull run, hit the lowest point of search activity. While this isn't super tradable directly, in my opinion, it is a great gauge on where is retail, and where retail is important to us as traders. Coming off multi-year lows, the ETF spiked us back up, but then right back down after it sold off back to late January, back down to the 19 measurement, coming off like 13 from October, September. So I'm not done. This is interesting. Shows us that I think we can kind of tell retail's not paying attention. Here's the weird part. Ready? If we put it on YouTube, YouTube doesn't look the same. I'm not sure what to think of this, chat, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts. YouTube claiming, well, not claiming, but YouTube showing us peak over the last 5 years. YouTube search for Bitcoin in January of this year. Now, I will admit, January of this year with ETFs, even we saw some pretty crazy streams and some pretty crazy numbers. So I don't doubt that that was a large point of interest, but it doesn't at all line up with web search. Doesn't at all line up with Google's web search. Something is weird here. My gut feeling is that YouTube traffic for Bitcoin, there's a lot of fake traffic. That's my gut feeling. I think a reasonable argument is, well, people don't use Google the same way they used to in 2017, 2020. And I think that is a great argument. I think that's totally logical. However, even if that's true, the difference is too big, right? The difference is way too dramatic to see just like kind of a little high here, not even up where we were seeing it in July of 22, versus YouTube saying, nah, man, you're just banging all-time highs on search. I don't know. I don't know. But what I can tell you as a YouTube channel, if searches have been at all-time highs on YouTube for Bitcoin at all, even in the last month, here's my argument against kind of anything that you can throw at me. It's not just me. I have talked to other creators and I keep a tab on the whole crypto space. Why are we not seeing growth on YouTube channels? Not even similar, not even in the same magnitude of what we've seen previously on what YouTube is saying had less searches. I don't know. Maybe we can do a little experiment here today. If you are new to crypto, who is anyone, even one person in this stream right now? How should I phrase this? Is even one person watching this stream just getting into crypto? Meaning maybe they haven't even bought it yet. You're debating it. You're looking for content, right? I would guess no. There might be some newer people. Maybe you started this year. Maybe you started last year. But I don't really think, and I might be wrong. Go ahead, prove me wrong. But I don't really think there's anyone brand new here. Something is weird. I believe the web search results more than the YouTube results. Sume Pawar says me. All right, poll. All right, I'll throw up a poll, man. Let's do it. So please thumbs up. Let's do that. Is anyone brand new? I don't want it to feel personal. Brand new to crypto. Like started 2024. There we go. You know what? Instead of this, let's do this. Yes, I started this year. And then we'll do like, I started, we'll do, 2021 to 2023. And then we'll do like 2017 to 2020. And then we'll do like pre-2016. There we go. We got a poll. Please vote. Give us a little insight here. If you are new, hell yeah. Welcome to the show, man. Oh, wrong button. Appreciate you showing up. Hopefully you find your home here. There's a lot of crappy predatory content for crypto, not just on YouTube, but everywhere. And unfortunately, that is the content that gets pushed. That's the content you'll see on your homepage when you first look up crypto. You'll find essentially what is big channels, and they're just shilling you things for money and dumping them. They don't have your best interest in mind, and we happen to be one of the few. I can name maybe 10, maybe 5 other channels that don't do this behavior. So you found a good one. It's not going to be the most bombastic, but it's going to be what helps you succeed in this space. So I don't know. I was thinking that 618 thing. Cool. I think we can also make the argument, and this fits our analysis better because I like to use a log chart. Bitcoin has never closed a weekly candle above the 786, the deepest retracement using the Fibonacci retracement and extension tool. It's never closed a weekly above the 786 on log. I should tweet this, actually. Don't steal this. I'm tweeting it. Pre-halving. And maybe if we go back, I'll have to look. We'll look at BLX later. I want to get to these alts. If we look at BLX, maybe we've never seen Bitcoin close a weekly above the 786 and not go on to make a new all-time high. That's a little treat we'll save for later. Stolen too slow. What's stolen? Tillin says new retail only gets here when they hear it on the news. So yes, thank you. I wanted to get to the alts, but this is a great topic, and I like this topic too. And I kind of want to rant about it. Agreed. Kind of more importantly, and this is a more actionable trader kind of piece of information for you. So you're right, Tillin, and a lot of these comments are right on spot, right? So what else is associated with retail? Retail comes in when? I'll give you a hint. Never in Bitcoin's history, ever that I've observed, has Bitcoin hit a high. And when I say a high, I mean like an all-time high or a bear market rally high, a significant high. Never has it hit one. never has it hit one and then sold off. Sorry, I got a little mixed up. Never has it hit one and then sold off and retraced majorly without what? Retail. At every single major Bitcoin high, we have seen giant retail flow in, new viewers, new investors every single time, and it's worrying. It's a stressful event. For all the OGs out there, you know what I'm talking about. As soon as it starts buzzing again, as soon as you turn on the news and they're talking about Bitcoin and blah, 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 it's stressful. So maybe this is the most valuable thing I can say to you today for this weekend. Here we are at 52,000. Bitcoin is up over 3x off of its November low. And where is retail? Where's retail? I admitted I was wrong. I was looking for this a long time ago, but this was predicated on, we get that, oh my God, Bitcoin's at 50K, $1 trillion market cap, we're going to the moon. Like, we get the hype, we get the retail. Nothing's here. Where are they? What price? That's really like a lot of it was 50,000 is the price. I think that will motivate them. Apparently not. So what's the next one? We could logically say 69,000, right? Breaking a new all-time high. That would blow my mind to not see people start paying attention at 69. That'd be wild. But I don't know. Is it? We're only about 25% from 69. There's one more value that I don't think people would be able to ignore. And that's 100,000. Unlike some clickbaity YouTubers, I'm not going to say 100,000, this week or next week or, pre-halving, though it's not impossible. I'm not going to make that claim. That's just a clickbait claim. There's nothing behind that. But that is the value. That's it. That's next. That's like the next significant psychological value that I think people aren't going to be able to ignore Bitcoin anymore. When it comes and when you start sensing that, when you start sensing the retail come back in, if you've been on this ride, that's the time that you got to start worrying a little bit. So pay attention. Watch those Google trends. I have a feeling that Google web searches for Bitcoin will start picking up if they haven't already. And then obviously when they're at an all-time high, at least start thinking about taking profits. Oh, my ankle is pissed on this thing. Cool. I want to do the alts, but dude, Bitcoin just keeps distracting me. Real simple take. Bitcoin moved to a high, is now in a trading range. It's like 52.6. We'll call it 52.6 to 51.5. Over this weekend, we have been seeing weekend rallies. So it is possible that we don't get just a sideways weekend. But until proven otherwise, I'm pretty much just playing this range. Looking to take small shorts at 52.6, small longs at 51.5 with tight stop losses, because we did see something similar. And I believe this was last week on the weekday. Something similar here. This is obviously larger, but a move up, kind of as accumulation, distribution, whatever you want to call it. And then a low, a long sweep. Didn't break our lows, and that would be something, pretty easy to see happen here. Maybe trade sideways, dip down, and then look for that same move. That same right here. This little bounce, and then flag, and then up. That's where my mind's at. And until we break either of these values, not that much is going on with Bitcoin. I do love you, Bitcoin, and you're spicy, and I'm watching you. But I think some of these alts have more interesting things to show us. So let's jump into some of those. Let's jump into them. What do you guys want to see first? Got XRP, VET, TAO, Render, STX, SEI, KAS, MATIC. We got more. We got them all. Maybe we'll start with XRP, because I think XRP will be the easiest and quickest to do. The easiest. Here we go. XRP, kind of Litecoin in it these days. Litecoin in it. I never thought that Litecoiners and XRP people would have something in common, but it seems we do. XRP last month sold off to 50 cents. Closed. And now we've seen a rebound. 61 cents would be back to last month's open. So until 61 cents hits, we're still down on the year. Still down, but that's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. This caught my eye. XRP last week did close at that 50 cents again, but then bullish engulfed the weekly candle into the next week, and that sent it higher this week. The high that it hit is a little problematic for me. If you look to the left on the week, this is an order block right here, very clean, and this is a sign of resistance. typically we do see charts move back to order blocks. We have a great video on it on the channel. You can check it out. And that hit 57 cents, 57.6 right here, right at that weekly order block. I'd like to see it close higher. I'd like to see it close above that order block and then 61.5 on the table. This is still the weekly time frame. Down to the day, you can see it struggling a little bit today. Did put in a higher high. That's not a bad sign. Looking higher to that 61. I like that, actually. Nothing really here on our retraces. Let's check out our indicators. See what LuxAlgo has to say. LuxAlgo went long at 52. Not quite as good as Tom Crown went long at 50, but like 52 is pretty good. All right. LuxAlgo showing us a change in trend and a bullish sign here right into the resistance band at our horizontal resistance at the order block. Yeah. Let's peek. Daily starting to look very good though. Money flow hitting a lower low. Momentum up. VWAP up. Yeah, 61 cents is looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good there for the XRP people. XR peoples. There we are. Cool. It's not a lot of analysis, I know. I'm trying to do a little, maybe I can do them very quickly, like brief. I want to pull up the old chart. I already hate starting a new chart. It's so cumbersome. All right, let's just pull up an old chart so we have these levels. Let's look at VET because we had a pretty sick VET call on Wednesday. Pretty sick. Oh, yeah. Here we are. VeChain or VET, coin that was incredibly popular in like 2018 and has kind of gone under the radar since then. Never been my favorite coin, but I definitely own some and has made a great move. VET did make... Hold up quick. Long position tree. There we go. Get rid of these. Boop. There it is. VET did make a high back in December and basically spent the year selling off. Moving back to 2.6 cents. We get these values from the monthly. Or we did get them from the monthly. That's right. VET. Ooh, I didn't even notice this. This is actually very nice. Very, very nice VET. Let's go. Monthly reached up to 3.4 cents. Last month sold off, back tested this previous resistance right here. 2.7, 2.8 cents. Back tested it on the monthly, closed a little higher, opened February, touched it, and now took off. And where did it go? Directly to monthly resistance. Just do not stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200 right to monthly resistance. And we get that right here. Right here. From this monthly cluster of efficiency, price moved up, trapped buyers, fell down. Well, 5 cents is both a psychological and a historical resistance for VET and a great profit-taking target. We do have some bigger and better ones above us. We don't see this here. This kind of orderish block pattern or cluster of candles right up here. As high as 8 cents. As high as 8 cents. Basically looking for VET to break that 5 cent mark. Maybe close some dailies or weeklies. And you can make a pretty clean move through this. The problem, and you can see that here down to the day, is that resistance is real. There are real profit takers there. That's a very clean touch to 5.1 cents. Momentum popping up. I like that on MACD. I haven't seen that in a while. Very bullish. Money flow on the week climbing up. Very bullish here. Very, very bullish. This momentum setup looks like something where we're going to get maybe a lower high here. Come back down on momentum. And I think what that could look like would be something like this, maybe. Something like that. I think there could be a play at 3.4 cents again. You might be able to ride that all the way up to like 8. Let me see. Some of these are really old. I'm like, where in the heck did I put, how did I put this here? It's like nothing. There it is. We all grow as analysts. We all grow. But that's a beautiful formation, man. This is a beautiful chart. We had a beautiful trade on it. Like this broadening wedge, very ugly looking. You break through resistance, you back test it. This is what we wanted on Link. Link just never gave us this. I don't know, maybe it still will, but Link never gave us kind of that back test on the resistance, right? That's a good example of what happens when you do though. That's a big move to the upside, and we nailed it, baby. It's not about that though. We get a lot of good trades, and we also lose a lot. Lose trades too. It's not the same. This has been up for a long time, and pre kind of anyone looking at vet. Let's be real. Good end of the day. Down to the day. Let's see. Money flow come back up. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Look at this momentum. This MACD. Convergence, divergence. MACD has the silliest name. It has the silliest name of indicators. Look at this though. That is a big pump of momentum. We have not seen VeChain pump like this. We have not seen VET move like this since like March of 22, pushing into that selling. Now that selling is relatively gone, we are seeing it make some moves. Honestly, by the end of the year, I see no reason that VET won't go to 8 cents. However, right now, right here, directly under 5 cents is not a position I would take. Not a position I would take. We can look lower, even to 3.8, that previous high in December, and that might be a better long. But congrats to everybody who played it. Like, that is a hell of a trade. Pat yourself on the back. You did it. You did it, fam. I don't have an update for that trade right now, though. Let's see. What should we do next? Let's look at the poll. I haven't looked at the chat. Here we go. I'm looking at the chat. 300-ish votes. Looks like the majority of us started in 21 to 23. 7% said they started this year. All right. 7% out of 300 is more than I expected. That's like 25-ish people saying they're brand new to crypto. Welcome, fam. You have a journey ahead of you. You have a journey ahead of you. It's gonna be spicy. I'll tell you this right now, spoilers. It's going to be both the most euphoric and amazing experience of your life. And it will also be the most painful and grueling and boring time of your life. Good luck. Good luck. You'll see. You'll see. Make sure you find the right communities, the right people to be around, because the number one thing that will help you, and this goes even for like the 21 to 23 years, find the people to be around that will support you, that will connect with you about this, that will enjoy the good times with you and be there with you in the bad times. That is what we try to offer here. We try. But that is the most valuable thing in crypto, because your friends, your family, your coworkers, they're not going to get it. They're going to worry about you. I tell this story maybe more than I should, but when I started crypto, I got really into it. You guys probably don't know what that's like. I got really into it, right? Like obsessive, still am. But at one point, my mom came to me, and my mom is an angel and only ever has my best interest in mind. Came to me and said, "Tom, I'm worried about you. You're really into this crypto thing. We think you're gonna, end up in a bad position, like in a bad situation, or you're gonna lose all your money and blah, blah, blah." And you know what? Like, I thank her for that, but that's probably part of everyone's new journey. Someone in their life very close to them coming to them and saying, "Dude, you gotta quit. You can't do this." And it's not because they don't want you to. It's because they genuinely think this is what's good for you. They don't understand crypto, and they won't. But you know what? My mom did say those things, but she doesn't say them anymore. That was many years ago. Now a lot of those people who used to tell me I was too obsessed with this tell me how lucky I am. Tom, you're so lucky. You got in early. And it's like, bro, you were the one telling me I shouldn't do this. You're the one, when I was early, telling me not to be early. I don't know. But don't tell them that. That's just going to lose friends. You don't need that. Let your wallet do the told you so. Don't do the told you so by yourself. It's not a good look. What's up, freak? I see you, brother. We're going to look at STX and SEI. I'm just going to pull them up. I really wanted to use the different chart layout by just using one chart. Someone to use one chart, but I don't want to reconstruct all these. I don't want to sit here doing quiet analysis all day. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. SEI, STX. Dude, these are all bangers. They're all bangers. Ugh. For those of you tuning in for the first time, please don't think that like you tune in and I put a trade up and it's a 90% banger. I know that there's literally been one on almost every chart we pulled up today. STX, SEI 125%, TAO 93%, VET. Oh God, VET. Come on. Group 1. Hours. Group 1. Days, hours. Oh, that was another banger. 38. There we go. VET 91. This is not usual. This is not every trade. February has just brought together a lot of the kind of longer term trades that we've been looking at, and you know, it's just a winning streak. If you're a real trader, you will take thousands and thousands of trades, and in those thousands of trades, you will have long winning streaks, but you also have long losing streaks. That's why risk management is important, but we will get to that at a different day. We'll get to that at a different time. What do you guys want to see next? The banger, man. We got 200 likes here. We got a lot more viewers than that. Could we get the likes up to like 420? I need to blaze it later. And if I don't get 420 likes, I do not have my blazing license. Appreciate it. Don't sleep on the subscribes either. Speaking of that, we had one. We only have one subscriber. That's all right. What's up, KJCJHN, my guy? If you're one of those new people out there or just stumbling onto the stream for the first time, the channel, consider subscribing. We've been here 4 years. It'll be 5 in June. And all we do is try to help people succeed in the crypto space, man. Whether that's through trading or holding or whatever it is. We want you. We're so close to 100,000 subscribers, and we'll get there with your help. We're racing Bitcoin. It's really neck and neck. Honestly, it's neck and neck. Vitho, ADA, EOS. Analos token. That doesn't sound like a real token. What's up, guys? Did I already go over XRP? I did, and I didn't have that much to say about it. I'm not going to go over it again, but I think I did it here. Yeah. I did go over it. Doesn't look like it saved any of it, I guess. That's cool. All right, whatever. Didn't save any of it somehow, but you can't go back. DVR is enabled. Yeah, pull up an older chart. The banger, man. The banger. It's the bangers. There it is. There it is. XRP, the gist of it is XRP is at a weekly resistance at the order block. It touched it pretty much perfectly at like 57 cents. You got 60-ish, 61 cents above you if you can get through that order block this week. If not, maybe next week you see a move back to 55 and then you retest, etc. You guys know who've been following. I bought some XRP at 50 cents late January. I haven't bought XRP since before this chart even shows. I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know if it's going to keep up or what, but I like this build. Like I said, it reminds me of Litecoin. It's just putting in higher lows. It's not really making it to higher highs. It's not really getting those big gains, but higher lows over time lead you higher, right? It wasn't a huge position. I think I bought $1,000 or something in XRP. And for my portfolio, that's not a big position. It might be for someone else, though. I think we should do like SEI. What do you think? SEI, STX, what else? You know, let's take this moment while I have a second. Let's shout out all the people who are here all the time, man. Alex S., appreciate you, friend. Bogdan C., Brendan, Brucey, Cosman, Alexandru, I like that name, Cosman, that's a cool name. Crypto Farmer, Dapper Dan, Dylan, Doggett, Donato Cabrera, one of my favorite names to say, and I've had the pleasure of being able to say it over and over again for like a long time. Thank you, Donato. Appreciate you, man. Sharknado, of course, my brother. Eddie Aguilar. Envy, Freak. That's a name I have not seen outside of today. Maybe I'm wrong. It's good to have new names though. French Toaster, of course, here constantly a Chad himself. Frosted Flake as well in that category. Henry Sanderson, Ian F, my guy, of course. Japernicus, JR, Line in My Pocket, Mighty. These are a lot of the OG names. These are a lot of the OG names, man. Black Q Barn. You always have to, as a creator, when you're yelling out names, you always have to like take an extra second and just make sure the name isn't gonna make you say something weird, right? Creative. What's up, man? Good to see you. Creative. Gregory Poopsicle, one of my favorite names on YouTube. Henry Sanderson. Her Lippy, what's up, bruh? Hugo Crypto. JR. Nix. No One. Ozzy. P. Pelosi. Pablo Chuco. Patrick Leishman, my man. How you doing, Patrick? Pepe. The Friendly D-Gen Troll. Well, a little friendly trolling's all right. Keeping our eye on you, man. Poncho Villa. Roby1. What's up, Roby1? There's an OG. Randy a bigot. How you doing, Randy? And Randy Greer. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto again, guys. You should subscribe to her. She's one of the good ones. It was her 21st birthday today, and she had me kind of in tears pre-stream, but I'm doing better. Shadow Systems Limited. That is one of the oldest names on this channel. Good to see you, bro. Robert Nitz, Sal Bogat, Smokeser, Soft Shell, St. James, Sin. Very OG name as well. TM Tag, The Challenge Channel. How's the Challenge Channel going? The JD Club Pickle. My right-hand man, the Pickle, is here. Tick Virus with the TikTok logo. Quite a user. Don't click any links from him. U-Cup. Syring. Venom Hex. Vu Lee, my guy out in Vietnam. He's just living the life. Guys, Vu Lee is living the life. This man, you guys might think I'm living the life. No, Vu Lee is living the life. He's out like traveling Asia's and Vietnam and Singapore, just partying, having a good time. I'm jelly, bro. I'm jelly. Whitman 2348. Fact Inside. How you doing? That was most of them. Des, Dylan. I think I missed a few. Crypto 246. Alchemist. I see you, bro. I think I got everyone. If I missed you, I do apologize. If you really want to shout out, just put some in chat. Come visit. You guys, I have not gone on vacation since I started streaming. Almost 5 years ago. I haven't really taken time off even. This job is not one that like kind of lets you go, man. Let's get it, Scott Donovan. Let's get it, man. Ubiquitous stick with nail tech. Strength to all the farmers and other food-minded people. Well, I live on a farm and I grow a lot of my own food in the summer. So shout out to everybody else who's doing their part to just be a little independent. Take a look at ADA. We'll take a look at ADA. Let's get it. Get it. I love that comment. Tom Chartwalker. That's a cool name. Sergio, I don't even need to say you're an OG, dude. You know you're an OG. Sergio Site? I don't know how to say that. You know you're an OG, bro. You know, I'll pull up ADA. I think ADA definitely needs to be looked at today. We have not gotten through as many altcoin charts as I wished just because it's freaking Friday and we're just jamming, we're riffing. What's a vacation? I have no idea, my friend. No idea. Not a clue. Sol? I don't think Sol did anything. Let me look at my alerts because if Sol didn't give me an alert, I don't really have an update on it, but we could real quickly go over it. The problem is I could update on every altcoin, but then we're here for 10 hours, which some of you would enjoy. But in reality, it would just be boring. It would just be monotonous because once you do enough altcoin charts, you notice there's many kind of little categories. And I don't mean by niche or by narrative. I mean just kind of categories of charts. And many of them will look exactly the same. It just gets repetitive. But we'll look at the big ones. We'll look at the big bads. You're not no GMOki? I don't know. Are you? You might be. TradingView is banned in Vietnam now. Whoa, Nelly. They're trying to keep you poor. Don't let them do it. Don't do it, man. What's good, Tom? What's good, Bad Baptist, my guy? There's no G. What is pork? Pork is the thing that I saw botted on my like tweets. Honestly, I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't know anything about pork. I'm not talking about pork specifically, but just a little piece of advice to both the rug scammer projects and the legitimate projects out there in crypto. This is real advice. This is $1 million advice for you guys. Do not have your community or bots, whether it's real or bots, right? Do not have them randomly comment all over people's tweets. It is the number one red flag for me of a scam. And maybe they aren't all scams. Maybe some of them are real community. But as a creator, man, that's a huge red flag. Don't do that. Don't do that. It makes me very hesitant. Very, very hesitant to even look at it or talk about it. All right. VPN. That's true. They all bleed against Bitcoin eventually. Sergio, I'm praying that's not true, man. I'm praying, man. This Litecoin, I've been waiting for it to catch up for a long time. But I'm not gonna lie, I've had that thought, and I've had that thought recently. It does seem to be that way, which sucks because it kind of hurts the argument of Bitcoin pairs. But that's for another day. Let's look at SEI here quick. Take a peek at the SEI. SEI, this is one that I did take a trade on a while ago. Did take a little trade on it. I did take a little profit on it. Maybe a good reminder, considering we have 9% new people and about half of us maybe only a few years in. I did take some profit on SEI, and I did it exactly the way I told you guys I would. Put a limit order at 78.5 cents. I put a limit order at $1. I haven't checked in on them, and they weren't big. I think the whole position is maybe like $1,000, right? Probably took a few hundred out. I have more than half of it, but I've taken my principal out. I luckily got some big gains in this. Took my principal out, meaning the whatever amount, I don't know, like $200 I put in, I've taken it out, but I still have most of the coins that I bought. So what position am I in? I'm in the position where if price goes down, I don't have any risk. No matter how low price goes, I could sell it and still be in a profit. Even if it goes down under 10 cents, goes down to a penny, I'm still in profit. Why? Because those coins cost me nothing now. That's a very successful approach to crypto. And it works on everything. That's the good part. It's not just long-term positions. It's not just swing positions. It's also scalping positions, like micro positions. If you see a meme coin and you're just hypnotized by the FOMO, my recommendation is always put a tiny amount in. That's going to be a different number for everyone. And then look to or immediately set where you're going to take profit. Immediately know. If you're buying into FOMO and you don't have targets already picked out, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. You're going to end up with a loss. My favorites are when your position is at 2 times. So let's say you bought SEI at 50 cents, which is not that crazy, right? That would just be at the end of the year last year, 50 cents. You could immediately, the day that you buy it at 50 cents, you could put a limit sell order at $1 for half the position. If it fills, there you go. You've de-risked. You still are exposed to the potential upside because you're thinking this is just going to keep going up forever. Well, you still have half your bag. But if it doesn't, and it's when it doesn't that it kills us. If it doesn't, you still have your principal out. No more risk. That's what I did with this one. I'm just in a ranty Friday mood, boys. Ranty Friday mood. I'm going to hide this trade because these trades get really obnoxious over time. They're very visually clustering. Let's see. Let's see here. We did break. Yep, broke 87.8. Moved right to the psychological $1. Now, $1 is not something you were going to find on this chart. You'd never traded there before yesterday and today. $1, $10, $100, 1 cent. All of the clean numbers. That sounds weirdly racist, clean numbers. Numbers ending in 0 or 5, and particularly factors of 10. Big psychological numbers. Anyone who bought this VC-funded S-Coin, I guess, anyone who bought it, even though it never had traded at $1, was likely thinking, what if it hits $1? So lots of orders are there. We commonly see prices run to them and just kind of like reject out of nowhere or just kind of get knocked down out of nowhere. And you're like, what happened? Pay attention to the psychological. It has broken its high. And so we look to our fib extension tool. Well, what makes me a little uncomfortable here is that this fib extension, our local price action, so everything from December 23 until now, they don't really line up with anything. Typically, these will maybe overlap or have confluence with other extensions. This one really doesn't. I guess we could say, all right, this is just a zone, right? Just a zone, $1.30. It's kind of crappy. I don't like that analysis. So typically what I do is I will consult or refer to a more macro extension. SEI's previous all-time high to its all-time low. That's 35 cents to 9.5 cents. That's how we got 78.5 cents. My first profit taking target. the 2 measured move sitting above us right here, $1.29. Guess what? I have another limit sell order at $1.29. I know I'm giving away all my secrets. The whales are going to snipe me now, but there you are. We're in price discovery, and so there is really little analysis to be done. We can identify whatever we want. Say, okay, there's bearish divergence here on the day. Well, guess what? We're in an uptrend. Doesn't really matter. It's not really going to be relevant. The top's just going to be in when it's in, and it will probably have bearish divergence then, but it'll probably have bearish divergence the entire time, all the way up. Let's take a look at the 4 hour, not so problematic with those highs. RSI at new highs with price. Marketcipher B, money flows in the green for the 4 hour. I like this. I like this bounce of momentum. These VWAPs are kind of looking to me like it wants to retrace a little bit. Really zoomed in, we can see this sell-off has brought us back to this order block on the 4 hour, a green body, red body, engulfing green body. And that is likely to provide some kind of support. Very zoomed in. This is probably going to be for only degens and scalpers and people who like this kind of stuff. That's okay. We accept it all here. Not only is this the order block on the 4 hour, but this is our 618 retracement. In the last 4 hour, we hit this level. We've actually hit it 3 times now, which is a little uncomfortable. Not the best look. Remember, support, multiple tests does not strengthen support. It weakens support. Each consecutive or each additional test increasing the probability of it breaking. Go down to the 1 hour because I think I smell a trade here. Definitely have some bullish divergence building on your lows if this low holds, but that's not important to me right now. Let's see. Got to get down in the nitty gritty. 15 actually rather bearish. Rather bearish. Money flow hitting lower lows. 5 minute reflective of the same thing. It is starting to come up, but nah, not writing home about that yet. 30 minutes, same. Hourly giving us a rollover signal. I don't like it. I don't like this trade. I don't like this trade, but hell, let's make it spicy for the boys, right? Let's make it spicy. See if I can get a good risk to reward here. From 91.8. Good hourly filled. Let's check this out. Let me cook. Let the man cook. That looks pretty good. 2.6. 2.6 to 1's a little lower on the risk to reward than I like. But hell, I told you, I don't like this trade to begin with. I'm not taking it. I'm going to put in all caps, not taking this one, boys. There we go. There we are. All right. But I'll put this into the trade group. By the way, guys, if you don't know, if you've signed up with my FEMX or Fairdesk link, and we are going to be bringing more exchanges to this, if you have ever in the past, or even in the future, you can still do it. And you join the Discord, you will be able to use our bot. Give it your user ID, and it will verify the information, and you'll get access to some VIP Discord channels. That's right. I update them with almost all of the in-stream trades, along with some kind of just trades as I'm grooving and charting on my own post-stream. So it is a big value, in my opinion. It is a big value. It's a reason to use my links versus other people's links. So FEMX link in the video description below and in the chat. Okay, here we go. I'll put this one in there later. Don't like it, but is what it is. We'll go to STX next. What do you think? MATIC. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. People want to look at MATIC. I think we'll do MATIC. People, every time I look up, someone's looking at MATIC or asking about MATIC. Give me a sec. I'm putting MATIC in the stream title. MATIC actually did do a little pumping. All right. That's cool. That's cool. I'm putting it in the title. We'll do Solana too. I don't know if I pulled it up though. I meant to. MATIC, man. Yeah, I didn't think so. Didn't think it moved yet. Solana may, we may get another, I guess I'm getting distracted going to Solana quick, guys. Solana, we did have a trade at 101. It didn't hit, it didn't fill. And I was starting to think it wouldn't, but we haven't fully hit 120 yet. And the last 2 days, I've seen a little bit of red. Now, there is reason to believe that this little bit of red today Very similar to the 4-hour we just looked at on SEI. Was SEI? Yeah. We do have an order block here, but this one's from the day. This is going to be stronger. This is going to be more confident, right? This is not a bad spot for this chart to bounce and then move up to 120. Wow, again, that's actually freakish. This is freakish. Look at this. Isn't that the exact same thing? Am I tripping, boys? Isn't this the exact same thing we just looked at on the 4-hour? Was it the 4-hour? Yeah. Wow. Let's get rid of this for a sec. Yeah. Holy shit, that's weird. Order block. Swing low to swing high. 618 sitting right at that top of the order block for SEI in the 4. Over to Sol. Exact same thing. Order block on the day. Let me move this over. This got messed up. There's no way I placed a 1.75. Order block on the day. Your swing low to swing high. 618 again, sitting right at the top of that order block. Interesting. Certainly a trader could do this, could look to maybe take a long. I wouldn't do this either. Maybe take a long though. Stop below the order block. And then maybe, yeah, you still get a 3-to-1 here. Still get like a 3.5-to-1. So that means what? You can get a little more leeway on that. Make it a beautiful 3. The perfect number, the beautiful 3. There it is. And then target just back to your daily high. So 117. Yeah, you can try to hold it longer or whatever. But this is how I would approach this kind of scalp here. I don't like this one either. I'm not taking this one, but do not taking this one. Okay, cool. I just want to keep track because when I go back and then show all the trades, I want to know like ones that were an example versus ones that I thought were real trades or said were real trades. Interesting. But if this order block fails to hold, I think that our original long, the one that's much more comfortable here, is back in play, and not just back in play, but great. So like a test of 100 or 101, back to 120. I didn't think we were going to get it from the wick low that hit on the 12th to 103, but with these 2 red candles, if we see this continue to sell off, that's looking very prime. Almost regardless though, Sol's chart, I don't want to admit this, but a chart's a chart, man, looks very good. It looks incredibly good. We were watching this paint out live here. We had a right shoulder. Let's flip this over so people can see this better. We had a left shoulder ahead, our right shoulder. And it started to play out. Our neckline sitting right at our entry, right where we wanted to go long, right there. 101, 102, 10, or just one flat. Beautiful. This pattern played out, but it's missing one thing to complete an inverse head and shoulders, and that is a return to the neckline. It doesn't always happen, but that is the textbook, TradFi, traditional, classic entry on an inverse head and shoulders. If that comes, you don't get stopped out. 137 is the immediate upside target, but with the way the market has been going, 137 I don't think is going to stop it. I don't think 137 is going to stop it. It might take a little bit longer to get there. You got 137 and then just your all-time high basically. It's like 260. I think this data was adjusted because these lines were definitely snapped to it. And now they're not. Weird. Doesn't really matter. It's close enough. You got 137, and once that breaks, once you retake that level, Sol's looking to retest its all-time high. I don't know if it'll break it. Nobody does. We haven't seen that many charts. We haven't seen that many coins that traded through the last bear market reach new all-time highs. If you've been paying attention to things like TAO, which I think we still haven't looked at. It's over. SEI, TAO, ORDI, what is it, TIA, all these things that have been hitting new all-time highs. If you notice, I said this maybe an hour ago, but there's a lot of charts that kind of just look the same, and there's maybe 10 or 12 different, I'd say, kind of blueprints of these. All of the ones doing this in price discovery to the upside, all of them are relatively new coins. I don't think we've seen any that were in the last cycle that are at a new all-time high. Chad, if you can prove me wrong there, have an example, drop it. I want to hear it. Because it's not impossible, but I can't think of any off the cusp. Can't think of any. Should we do STX or TAO first? They're both bangers. They're both bangers. Oh, MATIC. Where did MATIC even go? Dude, I am I'm too relaxed. Did I close the MATIC chart? Did anyone see that? I don't know, man. It's Friday. Hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. Hope you spent your time with a gal who likes and appreciates Bitcoin and everything you're doing by investing in crypto. Hopefully. Okay. MATIC. Looking at MATIC without doing anything else right now, just looking at the charts. This is a really good thing to do. I need to get back on doing this more. But what I'm talking about is looking at both the USD chart and the BTC chart. So let's look at both of these. The USD chart almost always is going to look pretty much just like the rest of the crypto market. And in fact, this one really does, because that one's literally Bitcoin. Why is this literally Bitcoin? That's annoying. Oh no. Professor Beans is snoozing. Just snored. Did I change this? Oh man. I wish you could like lock what chart it is, because this shit happens too often. Hold up. I lost it. Ooh, there is a chance it got scooched. There it is. I found it. They're both MATIC. I found it, but that's definitely not freaking it either. What's going on with this? This one also MATIC. These are all MATIC, but none of them have anything on them. What the I'll give up in a second, maybe, or just make a new chart. This one has stuff on it, but not a lot. Namaste. Serenity now. It's all right. I just tried everyone. There we go. Maybe there we go. We'll find out. All right. I got distracted because of TradingView, but something that I need to get back to doing all the time is looking at both the dollar pair and the Bitcoin pair. Here we go. For MATIC, they actually don't look that much different. Sometimes they're very different. Here's kind of what draws my eye on the monthly time frame, though. MATIC against BTC. It did break its low last month. It traded at the lowest point against Bitcoin since 2021. This month, it hasn't put in a lower low. That is worthy of an alert, though. That's worthy of an alert. The versus Bitcoin pair, not giving us the best, not giving us like kind of what we would want here. But the dollar pair looking much stronger. So to me, it kind of looks like MATIC is lagging. It's lagging a little bit. But I think if you use your imagination, you can see a broadening pattern here and a move back to the top of kind of this trend line. Not impossible, but you really need to see that. This is definitely not the chart either. All right, we're going to get a little fresh here. Like many charts, we had a green December into a red January. Many of these charts now trading above their January levels. MATIC not yet. But you can almost see this order block being painted here. A close above 97 cents on MATIC for the month. Going to be a very solid close and very much cement this chart to look for higher highs here. Breaking 97.1 closing February above sets you up for $1.20 pretty quickly there. The only real resistance is above you. This chart was very inefficient on the way down. Is going to be $1.61. If I was a long-term MATIC fanatic, I would be most worried about $1.61. This is kind of where all the dreams died for a little bit, as is the crypto way. You hit a low, painted an order block, went to an all-time high, sold off, and traded sideways. Very efficient price action. So you had support, you broke it, and then you got trapped below it. That is efficient price action. In 23, you tested it, and you rejected. You held a higher low, and that is the only reason that the dollar pair, in my opinion, looks a little stronger than the Bitcoin pair. Because you held that higher low, and to follow the rest of the market, you really would expect this to go back to like $1.19. I think the first sign is going to be that 97.1 hitting. We're going to zoom in. I just had to redo this because the chart disappeared. Let's see the retracement too. Nice. Not really line up with anything. Cool. Thanks, MATIC. Thanks, bro. Let's take a look here. Yeah, cool. Guess I already had that line. That looks like Bitcoin to me, doesn't it? That looks Bitcoinish. Bitcoinish. Marketcipher B looking pretty good. Pretty good there. Lower or a higher low on money flow. Momentum's up. VWAP's up. Actually curious what LuxAlgo has to say. LuxAlgo, our sponsor, the #1 indicator company in the world. That's right. Backing up my analysis here using price action concepts. Order block sitting right there at $1.19. And then, oh yeah, look at all the selling up here. Look at all the selling. And the next order block at $1.61. Swear to God, I didn't plan this, but it's exactly what we were looking at. Cool. Always good to have LuxAlgo backing us up. I actually wanted to look at signals and overlays here. What? This script is restricted to authorize. I'm an authorized user. What the? This is weird. I don't know what's going on with that. Well, I'm sorry, LuxAlgo. You are great, but apparently I can't look at you. This looks like Bitcoin to me. On the week, you have these higher highs. It's kind of like the ETF high fell down, swept your longs, and now you are right here. If it's going to follow Bitcoin, if it's going to do what the rest of the market did, then it's very likely doing this. That's actually probably what I'm going to look for. I don't like it as a long yet. I would prefer to see that $1.20 hit and then a move back to $1, and I'd rather take it long at $1 than at 93 cents. Retargeting $1.20 or even $1.60. Man. This is why I didn't want to start all new charts. It's a hassle. Marketcipher B looks a little crappy on the day, but it is improving. VWAP and momentum are showing an upside bias there. Money flow just rolling over. You can see the dailies closing back above your macro descending high trend, and that's looking pretty great. All right. I didn't think I'd do this much on MATIC today, but that's what we're doing. Measure move targets, not really lining up with much. This is a little bit better, but I think I'm fitting it there. You do have some support here on the day, 88 cents. That was the level that, God, we played that level a lot in the past. I have to find that old chart with a real chart. But there it is. Things look pretty good on MATIC to 97 to $1. Hopefully you break. I think there's a better entry than right now, honestly. A more confident entry. Wow, that took way too long. Which one next? Which one next? I have ADA to do too. Did ADA do anything? I wanted to get to everything, but man, this is what happens every stream. I just have too many charts to do. 88 closed above 50, moved back above 60, now sold off a little bit, right below its deepest retracement. Some promising signs on the day for Marketcipher B. Weekly, right to weekly resistance. 60 cents putting up a battle for ADA. You can see this distribution here on the weekly. There's like 5 weeks right here at 60 cents before falling lower and doing something that I really love. I remember looking at this last stream. Your high from April, you bottomed, you broke it, and what did you do with ADA? You came right back to it. Right back to that high, 45 cents. You found support, and now you're retesting resistance. While it may not just break out instantly this week, a close on the weekly above 60 is a great signal that you're looking maybe to the 72-ish cents area, but I'm going to take $1. A lot of these charts are moving back to these psychological levels. Our measured move sitting right there. I think we're going to $1 on ADA. If you missed the entry, which I did, maybe 52 cents, you see a little resistance on the week there. Could move back there before moving higher. That would be pretty nice. Weekly looks good. Yeah, maybe moving higher sooner than that. Watch ADA's weekly close. Weekly close above 60 cents is going to look very good on it. All right, let me look at the chat again. I've done such a little time paying attention to the chat. My apologies, man. We got 530 votes. It is interesting. Dude, this is interesting because this is not at all what I thought. I'll pull this up so people in the future can see. Not at all what I thought today. We asked in a poll, basically what year? When did you start crypto? 10% started this year on this channel. I don't know if I believe that, but I guess I'll just go with it. I thought it'd be lower. I started 21 to 23. This is the one that got me. I thought we would have more back here because this is where we started the channel. It is nice to see 40% of the OGs still here, but 44% in the last cycle. Surprising. Good thing. Definitely a good thing. It's good to see new people finding us. Absolutely. But surprising. Didn't expect that one. Close some of these. All 8 MATIC tabs. Really quick, I guess, let's look at TAO. Let's look at TAO and STX to get them out of the way. They're in the title. TAO, yeah, our 1618. So I was trying to do this by memory. Was that 620? I thought that could be the top. Apparently not. TAO has broken 620, closed a daily above it. It did stop there. Did even reject there. These extensions are always solid. Rejected there. We have a little red on the daily. That could open a scalping opportunity from 620. 620 up to 817. 817 or it's more like 810. I don't like, not 17. 810. Maybe 800 flat. I think that's a good, this is called 800 flat. From 620 would be a 30% gain. So there's plenty to be chopped up there for a scalper. That is our measure move, our 2 extension from December's high to January's low. And outside of that, we don't have anything else. There's nothing here. We're in price discovery. This thing is just moving up. Like this is a very intense climb. The kind of climb that, I mean, I have PTSD from seeing things climb like this, waiting, and then eventually jumping in just to be at the top. Just to be at the top. Daily has some bearish divergence, but who doesn't? When things are trending up, they just, I don't know, they tend to have bearish divergence. It just doesn't tend to matter. On the week, it's not quite as bad. You could see a move to 800 could fix this RSI, put a higher high in, and that would clean up the chart actually very well. For now, all I can really say is I do like the 488 move better. This was unfilled, but I like this one better. If it comes, it's going to be a better trade. We could say something like this. Maybe we want to do a little bit lower. Probably give us a good risk to reward. Yeah. Something like that. I don't like this one. Don't like it. But it is a scalping position, so could work out. Not a lot else. There's just not a lot else on this chart. You have major support around 500. You made a little support at 620, and then you have 800 as your next move. The pullbacks haven't been big enough to give us good extensions up. And so I don't know what else to use. Not really sure what else to use here. We could add 3 onto this. There it is. It's up there. Our 3 extension puts us at 2K, which I think the market cap right now is like 5-ish billion. So I'll put it at a $20 billion market cap. Seems kind of far-fetched without Bitcoin moving back to all-time highs and seeing just the whole market kind of increase in market cap, right? All right, TAO, done. STX, I mean, there's a banger. What is there to say? There's a little bit to say. STX hit our target of 275. That was a 90% gain. Let's go. Let's go. But what's next? This was from Wednesday. What's next? Well, we're at 275. Your all-time high is 325. And you can even see the weekly already kind of retreating from this level. It's not really a bad thing. It's not really bad. But 325 is where you're looking if you're an STX bull. The reason being, if you can break 325, you enter price discovery again. And you look to your fib extensions. The things that have been banger profit taking targets on almost every chart we've looked at so far. But that's a big condition. You got to get above 325. Got to get past the all-time high. It's your 1618 sitting at $18.50, which is a 600% gain from here. Bonkers. Bonkers, man. That is bonkers. RSI is so nice. Look at this. If it does make a move to its all-time high, it might not have bearish divergence on the week at all. Look at this. Look at that, man. That's something. Wow, that's really something. It will not take a lot on the weekly. I would say, yeah, 325 likely to put this at a higher high on RSI. And that's going to clear it for some big numbers. It's going to clear it for some big numbers. Let's be real. 1850 is in the realm of possibility, but hey, there are some things in the way. Not literal things. Just the same things are always in the way. $5, $10. Great profit taking targets if STX breaks its all-time high. Psychological numbers don't tend to end rallies in my experience. It has happened, but they tend to kind of be just pit stops where price retraces for a little bit as profit takers take profit and then jump back in and FOMO because they see it going higher. $5 would be there. That's a 2x from here. I don't know if I'm ready for another trade though. Man, after a trade like that, how do you follow it up? Let's see. Don't really like these levels. Don't really like the levels there. That could imply that the rally isn't over, or it could just be one of the times where the levels fib tool just doesn't really do much. Here's where I would be looking. Another trade I'm not going to take. This is just like the day of them, I guess. The reason being is I won't be able to confidently put a stop on it. Like I want to put the stop down here, but that is already a 27% downside. I don't really know where you would look to stop, but along from $2 back to 275 or even back to the all-time high would be a pretty clean way for this to climb, right? Something like this, hit the low. That'd be pretty clean. Might be what happens. Definitely need an alert. Okay, 280. 280, baby. 280, baby. Beautiful. This is beautiful, man. I love when charts play out well. This was just so exciting to see. I said something about 88 coming back and back testing. This is actually the same thing as the ADA move. You had a high in like 23. You broke it and you came back, tapped it, and moved higher. So that could be a very exciting setup for ADA. All right, I did all of them. Wow, I got through them. Holy shit. I can't believe I got through all of them. That took a long time, man. FET, don't miss FET. Sell now, says Pepe. Pepe de Troll. FET. I don't want to do, I already did like a bunch of charts. I don't want to do infinite charts today. I wish I could do every chart for everyone, guys. I really, really do. But it's not possible, man. It's not possible. I can pull stuff up, kind of give an overview, call it a helicopter view, right? Helicopter view. But I can't do in-depth analysis on everything. It'd just take too long, be too long. FET has not hit 45 cents. That was where we were looking for the entry. Monthly is set up very nicely, though. Similar to MATIC on the monthly there with the bullish engulf order block setup. It is right back at your highs, though, man. I was really looking for 45 and up. Maybe it's not coming. Nah, probably not. Probably not. At least not while we want it. Let's see. A little fair value gap, a little order block here. You moved up to 78 cents. Resistance, found resistance, moved back to your support. Now you're back to resistance. This is a much better looking attempt, though. This thing is really close. Actually, unit bias is so deceptive, man. Doesn't this look like it's right back to its all-time high? Well, it's actually more than 50% underneath its all-time high. It's like 70%. This looks good. I don't think I've ever zoomed out on this quite like this. Look at this. Beautiful 618 retracement on the macro. You move back up, higher low, higher high. You could say it's a back test of that resistance. And then on top of all of that, there's more. Look at this. Is FET just one massive, like Titanic sized flat top triangle? It kind of looks like it. I'm not going to lie. It very much looks like it. That could be very good. That could be very good. Let's see. If FET does break its all-time high, $8.36 at your 1618, not bad. Of course, $5 in the middle, but not a bad target, man. That's like a big 500-600% to the first extension. This is a very interesting chart. I think that this is structurally very, very sound. There's a lot of invalidation possible too. Like anything below 16 cents, you lose your low, you're out. The thing that's a little sketchy is just this inefficiency. You have efficiency here, so maybe you don't have to go back. But that makes it very hard to place a stop, because that, even below these lows, man, it's like 70-some%. High risk, high reward there on FET. I like it though. I like that chart. That looks good. That looks decent. All right, we did everything. I didn't do KAS. Son of a B. It's okay. KAS has not moved since the last update, so not a big deal. But I wanted it in the title because KAS looks very much like it wants to retest its all-time high. Very, very much. Maybe one of the most hungry for its all-time high, in my opinion. You've moved past your most deep retracements, your 786. Your Fibonacci extension gives you, let's say 21, 25 cents. I like 25 personally. Very psychological. It's like 1/4. All you have to do is break 15, and then you're looking for these targets. This looks decent, boys. Decent. All right. Weekly close just below its highest close. Not bad. Hey, Tony Deese texted me from Frankie Candles. Shout out to Frankie Candles too, man. Frankie Candles is a great dude. He's a great dude. Yeah, I think KAS, honestly, I think KAS is going to break 15.6 as previous high. I think it's going to go on to 21, probably to 25. I don't know the timing on it. Who knows? Who knows the timing? You have strong support here. It's untested on the way up at 11.5 cents. That's probably the entry if it comes. There's actually a bunch of good ones. Right here, it's your weekly area of support. It's at your 618. Then you look down below to your 382. Right here, it's almost the exact opposite, right? You have like weekly support, weekly resistance, right at your fib levels. Likely strong support here. Pretty strong support at 12.8. I think either of those, if they come, can be played as a trade. At least targeting back to the higher, if not higher. Cool. I did it. I did all the charts. I did all the charts in all of the land. I didn't do render. Son of a. You're right. Oh my God, guys. How many have I done? How many charts, man? How many charts? Whew, it's all right. We're making it. Where? Okay. All right. This trade. I remember when I put this on, like on the Paul Barron network when I was on, and I was like, I think it's going to 225. And it was like, Lord knows, it was like at 50 cents maybe, I think. Damn, that was a big one. That was a W. I'm going to have to clean this chart up too. There's too much on it. Render has broken its high from late December. There's not a lot in the way for Render, baby. Render's targeting its all-time high. Let's go. Let's go. Render now, unless there's more history I'm not aware of, Render only has $6.25 above it as resistance. That's it. It's already broken a higher high this month. It's painted an order block behind it, provided it closes above 450. 450, if we do see a rejection from 625 or what is it, $8 is like the wick high. If we do see a rejection from those highs, 450 going to be a solid entry in my opinion. But this looks locked and loaded, boys. It's already broken its highs. It's already moving. Let's see. Last week you had kind of a gnarly candle close right at the high, shaking people out. All higher lows, man. I guess just send Render. Just send it, man. Just send it to like 626. This thing has performed. I don't think I ever bought any though. Womp, womp, womp. It's okay. Womp, womp. Let's see. $5 on the dot. Again, a trade I wouldn't take. I don't like taking this episode. We've done a lot of the charts that have made big moves up. I don't like taking longs after big moves up. We like to sneak them in there before the big ones happen. I like to sneak them in. But this trade could be taken as well. Render, resistance, support. You hit a new high today as a pretty tall top wick. You may see it settle back down to 5, a beautiful psychological number. 630, good target. You need like $7 to get a 3-to-1 unless you want to tighten up the stop loss. I don't really like that. I don't think that I'll get a good position. Yeah, 3. There it is. I'll take this one. That one's better. I think render's going to go back to that 6. I think it's coming back. This is what's in its way, you know? There's just like nothing in its way. This is great. I missed the boat, man. See, here you go. Missed the boat. But I'm okay with that. There's a lot of boats. There's a lot of boats. Bitcoin has done nothing. It's done nothing during this live stream. That's okay. Does seem to be finding support at 51.8. Has done nothing. Maybe it's celebrating Friday. I don't know, man. 1 million charts. That's right. Dude, I probably have done 1 million charts since 17. Probably have. Taylor. I did render. I did KAS. I did XRP. I did everything. I don't think I'm going to do anymore. I think I'm good. Fam. I would love to do all of your charts. If you want more charts. Oh, that got wrecked. That was definitely one I wouldn't take. Jeep looks like poop. Anyway. If you want more charts, definitely can join the Patreon. If you're a patron, you come on Friday or patron nights. I'll do whatever chart you want. We'll chart the shittiest of shitcoins. I don't care. Either way, you should be in the Discord. You should have subscribed, joined our fam. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Bitcoin did some pumping. It's Friday. We've been live for a while. Where's the hype? I don't know. Dude. I do not know. But I'm glad it's not here. This has been a hell of a stream. I love you, fam. If you haven't checked out our free educational videos on this channel, they are the best on YouTube. Even if you don't want to watch them just to evaluate if they are the best on YouTube, because I truly believe they are. It's not a big playlist yet. It's only like 7-8 videos, but check them out. They're wonderful. They're free and they're in depth. They're like the shorts we made for a long time, but actually valuable. Check them out. We're going to be live again on Monday at the latest. But hell, looking at this candle, we might be live again today. We'll see. If we get a post-market close, so 4 p.m. East, pump-a-roon, and we go to a new all-time, our new 24 high, we'll jump back on the stream. We'll fire it up. We only got 342 likes. I don't have my blazing license, but that's all right. I still love you guys. I'll catch you soon. See you in the Discord. I'll be there for a while today chatting. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Ooh. Busy IT in Bahagish Ravanj. Last minute subscribing. Right on, bros. I appreciate you. Always time to subscribe. Help us get to 100K. That's it. That's all she wrote. We did all the charts. We ranted about a bunch of stuff people maybe do or don't care about. That's what we do, man. Happy Friday, everybody. Relax, have fun, enjoy the green. I know my portfolio is very happy, and I hope yours is too. That's all. Crown out.